Hello, my name is nirvgorilla. I've been on the internet for a very long time, since 1995, and I'm here to teach you how to spot enemies of the internet. What do I mean by enemies? Well, guys like this right here. This guy threatened to take down my channel or report me because I'm saying things in my videos that he doesn't like. This right here, Ultimate Thanos, is an enemy of the internet. Enemies of the internet are people who oppose the freedoms and the principles, the scruples, and the culture that we've adopted here over the years on the internet. And that generally means, simply put, the free dissemination of information. That is the spirit of the internet. And guys like this and many others oppose that. So I'm going to go through a few things here using different sources. And if anybody wants to hop on, because I'm doing this live, if anybody hops on voice chat and asks me some questions, you're welcome to hop on. I'm also a Discord, nirvgorilla. All right, so I got a little list of things I'm going to go over. And the first one is called Early Websites Were Pure Information. We're going to go through something called the World Wide Web Directory. And if you want, there's a 7-hour video of going through it here, but we're not going to take too much time on. We're just going to briefly skim through the web directory so you can see for yourself what the original internet looked like. So I'm in Windows 98 right here. You can type winver. Hey. Sorry, I'm pushing a bunch of buttons here. Let me get my crap close. All right, run winver, Windows 98. All right, so this is running in a little emulator, which is one of the things you can do on the internet. You can download a full emulator and run this stuff yourself. You don't need to watch a video of it unless it's more convenient for you. But I like to interact with things, so I download the actual material. So here it is, World Wide Web Directory. Let's make this full screen for just a little bit. And this is a CD-ROM that was released, I think, around 1995, maybe? Something like that. Let's go to categories, and we'll just pick something random. How about, these are snapshots that somebody took, pictures or screenshots, that they took of early websites and actually categorized them into a CD-ROM like this. Not even the Wayback Machine has websites this old. So this is a very interesting and useful snapshot of what the old internet used to look like. So let's go to humor, for instance, right here. And as you can see at the very bottom, that's the actual URL or the address. And it's a very large one, and it wasn't copyable in this program, so you would have to type it in manually if you wanted to go to these sites. So as you can see, here's one, it's about Letterman, I guess. And if you look, you'll start to notice a pattern with all these websites. I'm just going to switch through them here. These are like humor. What the unofficial episode guide for Late Show with David Letterman. There's a lot of websites, a collection of cyber wisdom. So this is just, like I said, some screenshots in it. This is a browser that they took these screenshots in. So you can see it wasn't too much multimedia yet. There weren't videos, there weren't like flashing things really. A lot of it was just static data. Sometimes they'd have little pictures like that, but it's mostly text. The old internet was mostly text. Here's a Simpsons website. So some taglines, comics page, humor page. And these are all individual people. They made these websites. Here's one called Virtual Reality Homepage. 3D rendered cyberspace comic created by yours truly, Eric Scroger. So you'll notice that most of the old internet here is just information. Okay, so that's all of that. Let me go to contents again. How about music? Just to see. So somebody made a Kate Bush website, MIDI website. MIDIs are like audio files before MP3s. So you'll notice that it's mostly information, you know, and it's a lot of times it was information that you could not easily find in the real world. This is the origins of the World Wide Web here. The early 90s, I'm guessing these screenshots were taken before the Wayback Machine on archive.org. But it's mostly fan pages, and like I said, if you notice, there's not ads, no advertisements anywhere, nobody kind of like begging for money, no self-promotion. It's mostly just useful information. A lot of them were made from universities. That one says berkeley.edu. So some of them started to get more and more graphics as our internet speeds increased. We got more and more graphics. Oh, that's a cool site right there. That's called MFSL, Mobile Fidelity Sound Labs. I think this is the official website. Look at that URL, gnn.digital.com/gnnbus, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if that's an official website or if it wasn't mostly official. It wasn't companies. Companies weren't really here back then. They were kind of, but not really. But anyway, that's just a taste of what the old internet kind of looked like. All right, you can kind of see that it's mostly information. It's not really promotion and advertising and marketing and misdirection and the kind of stuff you see these days, especially on a cell phone. All right, so it used to be easy to save things to your hard drive. So in August of 1995, Microsoft released the operating system Windows 95, and they had a big promotional video for it, a big event. And here's one of the features of Windows 95 that they showed off to the audience. Here it is.
Thing from special event coverage like the Olympics to current events. But NBC is another company that already has a lot of services available out on the internet. In fact, something I think everyone's going to find fascinating is there is the J page on the internet. So I'm now out again on the World Wide Web looking at a lovely picture of Jay Leno. Now, you can find a lot of great stuff on the internet, but making use of it on your own machine is kind of difficult sometimes. But again, with Windows 95 and the Microsoft Network, I can take this picture of Jay, click on it, drag it, drop it up here to my desktop, and I got a local version of that picture. So I can just like at home on my office, I can set that on the corner of my desk and be motivated looking at Jay.
You hear how the audience was kind of surprised by that? That's one thing that you could do on the old internet. You could drag and drop things. You used to be able to right-click and save video on the internet. Well, these days, corporations are intentionally making that more difficult. For instance, if you go to Instagram, I don't really go to Instagram, but check it out. So here's my desktop, and here's Instagram. Here's a picture. Let me try dragging and dropping. Oh, I can't fucking do it. While it's not impossible to save things from the internet, it's companies and corporations especially are intentionally making it more difficult. Why? Because they're enemies of the internet. They're enemies. Anytime you see a company trying to intentionally make it difficult to save things on the internet, you should be angry about that, because that is a violation of the spirit of the internet, the first thing I talked about. Now, same thing with YouTube. YouTube it's not the easiest to save videos, but you can do it. It's actually, once you got the tools, there's videos about it too. I could talk about it. The main program you need is something called YTDLP. It's called YTDLP, and that is the best current way, 2025, to save videos on YouTube without a hassle. And so that's what I do. Saving images is a little difficult sometimes too. I could talk about that in another video, but my point was that this used to be the norm. Dragging and dropping images, right-click saving, right-click copying, things like that used to be easy on the internet. But the way the internet's kind of going lately, these companies, and some people actually, not just companies, they're trying to make it hard for you to save a local copy. But you just saw it in this video, that was a normal thing to do on the internet in the 90s. And it wasn't frowned upon. It wasn't called copyright. You saw him with your own eyeballs take that image off the site and make a copy of it.
Drag it, drop it up here to my desk.
Okay, so it wasn't called copyright. And like some people these days will actually call that piracy. It isn't piracy. It's a normal thing we do on the internet, okay? So again, those enemies, watch out for those enemies. All right, JavaScript hijacking your clipboard. Now, some people might not know what a clipboard is. Let me give you an example. So if I highlight this text, and this works on phones too, you can highlight, of course, text. It's a little bit more difficult on phones. But if I hit Control-C on my keyboard, I can paste that into something else. You'll see paste. See that? I just copy and paste it to another document here, another notepad document. So that's been a normal thing. But some websites are actually so out of control these days, they hijack your clipboard. Your clipboard, of course, is the little memory that contains that whatever you just copied. That's your clipboard. So it saves it in temporary memory, and then you can paste it somewhere else. So like this site, I was looking for a quote on this website called organism.earth. Right here. Never been here before, but I wanted to take a quote from Carl Sagan. So I scrolled down and I said, the sun last on Earth. Okay, right here. Some 5 billion years from now, there will be a last perfect day on Earth. Then the sun will slowly change and the Earth will die. There's only so much fuel, blah, blah, blah. So I wanted to take this right here and copy it. Okay, now let's paste it and look what happens. Let me format it a little bit differently. And you'll notice something that is copied in my clipboard that I didn't put there. And here it is right here. See this? Text sourced from this link right here. That's not in the text, but this shitty website actually injected this text right here, this line right here, into my fucking clipboard. What? That's an enemy of the internet right there. You don't fuck with people's clipboards. Well, this website just fucked with my clipboard. So let me close this one and I'll show you. All right, so where is it? Where's the URL in here? It's nowhere. So they added that. They injected that into my clipboard, dude. That is extremely fucking offensive. Now, the way to fix that, there's several ways, but this is one way. I have this little extension for my browser called Disable JavaScript. And when you disable that, let's copy that same line. Okay? Some 5 billion years. So let's copy that here, and we'll copy it, and we'll paste it now. Same thing. Hold on, let me format it properly here. And you'll see that it's not there anymore. It's pure, unmolested, untouched text. So I just found a way around it. I have to disable JavaScript. This asshole, this enemy of the internet, actually injected JavaScript code on their website right here to inject their personal advertisements into your fucking text that you copied from their website, as if they own this text. This text was written by Carl Sagan, not this shitty website. What are they doing injecting their URL in your copied text? The Library of Consciousness. Fuck you. You blow. You're an enemy of the internet, Library of Consciousness. So that's what they're doing. It's shit, little things like this that might not bother a lot of people, but they bother people like me who have been here for a long time and have watched the internet slowly degrade and get molested by scumbags that are starting to come here now. Okay. Locking videos behind paywalls. Save a Fox. Okay, well, I've talked about Save a Fox before, and that is when you go to their channel on YouTube, you see most of their video, fundraiser, members only, all this money, dollar signs. So if I don't give them money, I can't watch this video. That is called paywall material or paywall content, and that makes you a scumbag. The person who invented the World Wide Web, he said in his articles that people who do this are scum. He essentially said that. I can show you the article if you'd like. His name is Tim Berners-Lee, and he created the World Wide Web from CERN. Yes, the particle, CERN, the particle accelerator. So he created the World Wide Web, and that's what he said in a subsequent article. He was seeing more and more websites start to paywall their material. And that's a version of a paywall right there, is putting videos behind people who pay for it. That is a scumbag piece of shit thing to do. Now, I'll tell you a secret. If you actually gave these people money, this Save a Fox, there's actually, using the YT-DLP that I just mentioned, you can actually download those videos and you can put them somewhere else on the internet so everybody can watch them the way the internet's intended to be. If you want some help doing that, I'll help you do it. So if you actually gave these scumbags money, I can show you how to download all those videos to your hard drive, upload them somewhere else, and so they're not hidden behind paywalls anymore. They're liberated videos at that point. Because this person is an enemy of the internet. Save a Fox on YouTube is an enemy of the internet. All right, moving on. Emulator authors, putting emulators or emulator updates behind paywalls. This is kind of a well-known, there was a emulator for the Nintendo Switch called Yuzu, I believe. It's no longer available. Nintendo has sued them, but they have a Patreon account, and they started putting their emulators and updates behind a paywall. So you have to give them money to get updates. That's a violation. Emulators are supposed to be free. Emulators are emulating video game hardware in software, and they've been available for years. There's many emulators out there. Most of them don't have paywalls, but there are some of the scumbags, some of the, as I said, enemies of the internet, starting to creep in and starting to do things that violate the spirit of the internet. And that is the free dissemination of information. They're trying to lock things down for financial benefit for themselves. People in my position that understand the spirit of the internet, we would rather have these guys disappear off the internet, get their shit out of here. I don't care how good of a programmer they are. I don't care if they're making something totally unique that nobody else can do. I'd rather not have it at all than have them with their fucking hand out asking for money and tainting and toxifying up the whole culture of the internet. I'd rather not even have them here. Okay? Slowly, honestly feels like it's 87% dead. Yes, well, you're right, Mr. Fish Tycoon. It's pretty bad these days. Yeah, LimeWire, I don't remember ever using LimeWire, but I use Supernova. Supernova was just a website that kind of showed it's kind of like Pirate Bay. It just showed different links to torrents. All right, we got a few more here. This list is not exhaustive. I mean, I could go on for several hours with tons of different examples of, what's that word again? Enemies of the internet. I could make so many goddamn examples of this because there's so many out there. It's not that hard to be decent on the internet. Just, if you want to make money, provide a service. Like, make a game controller that other people can't make or something. You know, offer some sort of like a PCB with tools and, provide some sort of a service. Don't hide digital things behind paywalls. Don't do that. All right, so here's another example. People who put watermarks on video on YouTube. Here's a guy right here. Look at this. Oh, man. This is supposedly archive footage from 1982, and look what this guy does. This guy puts a huge watermark in the center as if he owns it, as if he probably was even alive and recorded this. No, he probably wasn't the person who was here recording this. Somebody else probably did, but he puts a fucking watermark on it because he wants money. These guys are scumbag. Enemy of the internet right here. Footage4pro.com. Enemy, scamming scumbag of the internet. Violating everything we stand for right here. That's one of many. I could go over tons of YouTube channels that are in strict violation. People on YouTube teasing you with partial or incomplete audiobooks, movies, TV shows, video clips without offering a link to the full thing, even though they likely have it. I'm sure you can even think of stuff like that, where you go to watch like a little Simpsons clip or Seinfeld or whatever kind of clip you want, and you know what it looks like and you know what it sounds like because you heard the real thing. But when you go to these channels, they'll sometimes screw the audio up, or they'll clip like a really tiny portion of it and not the whole thing. And obviously YouTube doesn't allow you to upload a lot of stuff, so it's not always their fault necessarily. However, what they should do is link to a more complete version somewhere in the description or the comments or something. And same thing for audiobooks. There are people that post partial audiobooks, so people are listening to them on YouTube, and they get to a point and they don't notice until it's too late that things are missing. Like there's big, large chunks of missing audio, or there's all sorts of audio errors and things, and the person doesn't do anything about it. They don't link to the full audiobook, or they don't tell you where you can go they don't offer any information. They're just doing these half-ass attempts for money, and they're ruining the internet. It's really egregious. Okay, so next one. People on YouTube insisting on showing their face or trying to be funny when you're looking for information. Again, I gave the example. I was looking for carp on YouTube. C-A-R-P. I was looking for carp. I wanted to see a video of a carp swimming around underwater somewhere, or maybe just in a fish tank or something. Couldn't find it. What did I find instead? A bunch of fucking people's faces. I don't want to see somebody's face. I want what the old internet gave me. You guys remember, and that's information. Give me the information when I search things. Don't give me a fucking personality. Don't give me a face. So here's, things like this. Like, I just want the information, even if it's just a picture of some sort of a carp fish, anything. I don't want to see somebody's face telling me to go get a VPN, dude. That is pure marketing. He's wasting my time. They are flooding the internet with this fluff for self-promotion. So they fluff out their videos to over 10 minutes when it has no useful information in it at all. And, I block people with checkboxes. See those little checkboxes on the left side? If you got one of these on YouTube, I can't even see your channel. I block them all. So that's one of the cool things about the internet. Again, I can give you an example. So if I go to youtube.com and I type in carp, C-A-R-P, you'll notice that none of the results here have a checkbox. See, there's a face. Why is there a face when I type carp? So you know what you do? You go over here, and if you have the BlockTube add-on installed, you block the channel, and you will never see their results again. Okay, there's another face. I don't want to see a face. Oh, God. So that is an enemy of the internet. Enemy of the internet. This guy's face. Enemy of the internet. You block his channel.
Probably approaching 15 years now.
Okay, why does this say Amazon challenge? No, you're an enemy of the internet. Block channel. What is this guy? This guy's selling bullcrap. This guy's marketing boats. Nope, you can fuck off right now. Your channel's blocked. All right, is this any useful information? I don't know. It looks like it, just by the production, it looks like it's bullshit. Oh, there's more clickbait. Nope, your channel's blocked. This guy's selling you shit that you don't need. Blocked. Look at all these bullshitters, dude. All these guys are enemies of the fucking internet. Nope, you're full of shit. Look at all of them. There's so many now, dude. Look at this guy. He's selling you more shit. Just a face camera mugger, mugging for the camera. Why can't I just find a carp swimming around? Okay, here we go. Maybe this guy. Maybe this guy. Yeah, see, this is better. Now, hopefully, there we go. There's a video of a carp right there. But look at how many fucking videos I had to block and how much shit I had to block to get to one decent video of the information I am seeking. Why? The internet never used to be like this, and I've got evidence to prove it. Never used to be like that. Give you the straight information with no bullcrap attached. Okay. All right. Am I making myself clear? I upload internet stuff. Okay. So let me do a couple more here. Paywall news sites. All right. Here's an example of a paywall news site. Now, news on the internet has always been free until more and more corporations started coming here trying to get into your wallet. And now they're trying to lock things behind paywalls too. So this article about LeBron James is trying to send lawyers to cease and desist some AI company making pregnant videos of him. So you're scrolling down and you wanted to read the article, and it kind of fades off. What is that shit? Why is it fading out like that? No. You're supposed to keep going, not fade out. Oh, it's telling you to sign up for access to this post. I'm not going to sign up jack shit, dude. Here's what you do. You copy the URL, you go to archive.is, and you paste it in the search query. Let me take that end off right there. Let's try it again. Wait a minute. I know this was captured recently. Let me try it here. Oh, fuck off. Okay. I know the LeBron James one was just... There it is right there. I don't know why the URL's a little bit different. Here's the other URL I got. Let me compare them to this one and this one. Okay, well, for some reason it didn't show up. But anyway, look at it. You scroll down and it doesn't fade out anymore, and you got the full article. Full article. There's always a way around on the internet. There's always a way around stupid enemies of the internet like this trying to block you from seeking information. You should never put up with that. Don't ever bitch out and bend over when a company tells you to break your wallet out and start paying for shit. Don't give these people your email address. Don't give them your phone number. These corporations just want all your personal information because they want to market to you. They want to advertise to you. Don't do that. There's always a way around to get this information the way we used to on the old internet without having to bend over and give up all your personal information or give up your wallet. Okay? Okay. YouTube app stopping the video when you turn off the screen unless you pay for premium. Somebody actually coded that in the app. There's no reason for it to do that except to be malicious. Now, if you have the YouTube app on your cell phone, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. When you're watching a video and you turn your screen off to save battery because you're just listening or whatever, the video stops playing. Somebody maliciously coded that so that you would get so fed up and get so annoyed that you would break your wallet out and give them money for YouTube Premium, even though you don't have to at all. There's many ways around this. Again, that's why this video could be 15 hours long. I mean, there's that much bullcrap on the internet these days that it would have to be that long to be able to get all you cell phone people, and I say that with great respect, all you new cell phone people up to speed with the last 30 years of my experience on the internet. Like a 10, 20-minute video is not going to be enough to cover everything. But simply put, when you see this crap, you should get pissed. Because this is another person, another corporation trying to get your wallet out of your pocket and into theirs. So there's many ways around this. For instance, I'll hook up my phone real quick and give you an example. But again, I have voice chat open if you have any questions. I'm not very good at reading people's comments because I'm not like a streamer or anything, and I'm not a guy who does things for money, so I don't add a big production to my things. But let me open up my cell phone, actually. I just connected my cell phone to my computer. All right, there it is. Okay. All right, we got YouTube open on my cell phone. Now, I'm going to open a video. Here's one like NBC, right?
People don't value people's life anymore.
Okay.
16-year-old, what
Now, let me, I'm going to keep it playing. I'm going to turn my screen off and watch what happens.
you're out doing at somebody's place who's not your relative, you're not your people.
It's still playing.
I just don't understand.
How is that happening? Did I pay for YouTube Premium? No, I don't. I don't pay for that shit. I have something called YouTube Revanced. It's free. If you have an Android device, you can do this yourself right now. You can get a modified version of the YouTube app called Revance, which gives you your freedom back, such as blocking all the ads, automatically skipping bullcrap with sponsor block. Sponsor block will automatically skip when the stupid e-begging YouTuber goes, "Hey guys, before we get to the video, let's talk about VPNs. Yes, you need a VPN." No, you don't. This sponsor block will skip that shit automatically. Skip the bullcrap right to the meat and potatoes of the video, the shit you care about. Okay, that's called YouTube Revanced. It's a modified version. You don't have to pay for anything having to do with YouTube Premium or any kind of app on the internet. You don't have to pay for anything. So I'll show you one other alternative. I'm going to get my... Sorry, I accidentally unplugged it here, so let me plug it back in. So another alternative, another way around YouTube's attempt to get you to break your wallet out on YouTube by stopping the video when you turn the screen off. Let me open my phone back up. Now I'm going to use a browser called Firefox here. And I'm going to go to my own website that I'm hosting in my living room. Where is it? All right, here we go. It's called Invidious. I'm hosting this in my living room right now. And if I type in Save a Fox, just as an example, okay, we'll click their channel. Now, this is a website. This is not an app. This is a website. This is a browser. It's called Firefox. Okay, so this will work on any browser you have, including if you have an iPhone with Safari. This will work as well because this is just a website. All right. So we'll just click one of their videos here. How about this one? And you'll notice when we hit play,
Hi everyone.
the screen's off.
I'm here with Finney.
It just played with the screen off. Even better, I can hit this headphone icon, which will actually stop the video from playing and save even more battery, and it'll only play the audio. Watch.
Finney. I just wanted to make an update and
Video's not playing at all. Video's not even coming in. I'm saving bandwidth. I'm saving battery. It's only pulling in the audio, and I can have the screen off all at the same time. That's better than the YouTube app. The YouTube app, you can't stop the video like you can stop it here on my website. Also on my website, you can download the video right here with one button. You can download just the audio right to your little device, your little cell phone. You can download the subtitles right here. You don't have to pay. There's no $sign anywhere. Welcome to the real fucking internet, where you actually have power. Enemies of the internet are everywhere, and you have to be very good at detecting them. I cannot believe how easy it is to bamboozle brand new cell phone people. They come here to the internet and they think it's normal to beg for money. They think everything I just went over is normal. None of this shit is fucking normal. It's malicious. It's fucking malicious. It's self-serving. It's people trying to get into your goddamn wallets. It's people intentionally trying to make things worse on the internet. So, there's always a way around. I know more tricks than a monkey on 100 yards of grapevine. I'd be willing to teach you guys. I can't make video after video after video. I don't have time to do that. I mean, that's 30 years of experience. So, all right, so let's see if I have any questions and I'm out of here. Okay. Sign up monthly? Yeah, I know. Rumble? Yeah, Rumble blows. You can download Rumble videos too, though. I can give you an example real quick. I haven't been to Rumble for a long time, but let me see if there's a video. Okay. Okay, how about like this video right here? I don't know who the hell this guy is. Playing video games since '89. Okay. Well, this is a live video, so I don't want that. Let me go to one of this guy's older videos then. All right, so Italian CEO. Oh my God, 2 hours. You got anything shorter than that? All right, well, here's one at 1 hour, 38 minutes. Oh, this camera mugging scumbag. So I'm going to copy the URL, and I'm going to type CMD, and I'm going to type some commands, and it should be downloading the video. And it's downloading the video. That's a big fucking video, 13 gigs. But you just saw, with a few fucking commands, I am currently downloading this video right now to my hard drive. Even though when I right-click, I'm right-clicking right now to try to download it, it's not letting me download in the browser. Why? Why do these companies try to make it difficult to download things? Why are they trying to prevent this right here?
On it, drag it, drop it up here to my desktop.
Why can't I do that with this? Why can't I right-click and save it? No. This is right here. Rumble is an enemy of the internet. Let's block their fucking logo because they're cocksuckers. We're going to click their logo, okay? And then we're going to go over here, and I'll show you what that looks like. We're going to hit, when we hit create, that logo is going to disappear. 1, 2, go. Yeah, no more Rumble. Fuck off. I don't ever want to see your stupid logo ever again, Rumble. You blow. All right, let's stop this download because we're going to download that fucking shit. Delete that shit off my fucking hard drive. Okay. So I could talk about 10,000 other subjects. I could go on and on and on. I could talk about all sorts of things right now. But I think I'm going to leave it at that. So I can watch explicit content? Okay. Yeah, invidious. You should be able to do it. And if you can't, yeah, it's actually YouTube. I don't think it's really invidious doing that. You have to do something called cookies from browser. To download explicit content from YouTube using YTDLP, you need to add this command, cookies from browser, and then like Firefox. And then it'll take the cookies from your browser, and that's what I was talking about. That's what I meant when, if there's anybody who actually gave money to Save-a-Fox, that's the command you would use to use the cookies from your browser where you're logged in and it's shown that you have access. You can use that command through the YTDLP command window that you just saw, that black command window, to connect to your YouTube account to be able to siphon those videos permanently on your hard drive. Yeah, well, wow, all sorts of tricks. But that's another way around YouTube's, you got to be signed in to watch this video. You have to use your cookies from your browser, and it could be Chrome, Firefox, whatever. But again, as I said earlier, there's all sorts of way around enemies of the internet who are here intentionally to make the internet worse. They are enemies of this place, and you fight them every moment you fucking see them. And you shove it in their face and say, yeah, you didn't want us to be able to download this? Look at it. Look what I got. What are you going to do about it, cocksucker? You ain't going to do shit. Fuck off. You don't belong on the internet. That's what you say to those guys. All right. I might come back, but I just wanted to get this video out there just for some basic Internet 101 examples from an internet expert, me, nirvgorilla. Don't like, don't subscribe, and get out of my life.